Hey friends, if you are not using NotebookLM in your business, you're missing out. I'd like to show you today a few tips and tricks on how you can use NotebookLM. When you go to NotebookLM with Google, you're going to see here this main screen with featured notebooks, and then here are some of my recent notebooks. Now, if I click here, I can create a new notebook. And if you think of this kind of like a library, and these are each of the individual books or topics that you're creating. And so right here, I'm going to go into this Ultimate Sora guide. And here is where I start by adding my resources. Now I've already put a couple of resources in, but if I want to add some more, what I'll do is click add. If I don't know exactly what I want to add, I can click discover sources. And here I'm just going to type in, I'm interested in learning more about Sora. And it's going to search the web and find all kinds of sources. Now it can upload PDFs, blog posts, YouTube videos, and it's going to find all of the different resources that are out on the web. So here we go, getting started with Sora. All right, I probably don't want that one. And okay, so I'll go ahead and click import and it'll bring those resources in. I've also added some things that I wanted to bookmark. So here I have some ChatGPT resources so that I can come back to those. And then what it does here in the middle is it creates a chat based on the documents that I've uploaded. So I can read that, which is fine. I can also ask questions about it. Over in here is where the magic happens, and that's in the studio. So a couple of things that it can do is it can create a video overview. I'm going to click that so that it'll run in the background and it'll be working while we're doing some other things. You can create a mind map, which is like a visual representation of all the sources. And then what's also cool is that you can click reports and it will offer different ideas of what you might want to create. So I'm going to go ahead and click briefing doc. And then that report will generate. If I were wanting to do flashcards or a quiz to review information, this is great for education. If you have topics that you want to put into a notebook and then students can study from that. So we'll check these out when they're created. So it finished our briefing guide. So when I click on there, I can open it and I'll now have a summary of what is Sora. So maybe I just want to learn more about it. Here's an overview, what kinds of things it has, text to video generation, Cameo. So you upload a short video of yourself, some of the editing tools that it has. And then here are some application resources. Now, let's say I want to be very specific and I'd like to do a report. So I actually like this introductory guide. So I'm going to click the pencil icon and here I can change it. It says create a simple step-by-step guide for someone who's never used an AI video generator before. Use friendly, encouraging tone. So I'm going to go ahead and click generate. I can also change the instructions if I want it to do something different. So now I'll click generate and it's going to create a specific guide on how to do that. What's amazing is that I could take that content, I could even put it over on Gamma and create a beautiful presentation for users. So it created our first steps into AI video, a beginner's guide to Sora. So this is going to tell us all about the future of video creation. It tells us what is Sora. It tells us about your first video, a 6-step walkthrough, so how you can get started. And then what is going to be amazing is if I just copy this content and then I could go over to Gamma and perhaps I want to just paste in the text. And now I can preserve this exactly as I've written it and continue to prompt editor. And it's going to create a card by card presentation. so that I have a beautiful handout that I can share with my users. So any content that you want to create and take in to build something else, I now can have this that I can share as a little free PDF if I wanted with for users. So there's all different kinds of things that you can create. I want to show you now, this is really cool. It created a video for us and it's going to teach us all about it. So let's check that out. So how amazing is that? It created a video and then I can download that. I can post it on YouTube. I can share it with people. And it's really just so amazing to have all this content at your hand. You could also do an audio overview. Let's say you didn't have time to read all of this content. You can create an audio overview. Okay, so you can have a deep dive, a brief, a critique, or a debate, and then you can select the language. You can say shorter or longer, and then you can even tell it what you want it to focus on. So let's say I want to focus specifically on the ideas of how I can use Sora in my small business, and then say generate. And then again, it's going to generate that audio overview.